moves the arrow from Adam's leg, and injects him with an antidote that makes him pass out. Afterward she orders Dove and the guards to take the men as prisoners. Moments later a healed Adam wakes up in Sumuru's home. The guards bring over Jake, who is feeling much better because the locals took care of his wound too. They discuss the situation and realize they've only seen women so far, which is strange. They also point out everyone speaks English, so they must be descendants from the original crew sent by Earth. While Will sneaks into the room, Jake tells Adam that he did some scans after the earthquake, learning this planet is going through some major tectonic changes. There are underground volcanoes, shifting magma flows, and even the magnetic fields are fluctuating, which cause their ship's system to fail. This means Antares only has 2 or 3 months left before it explodes. Then Adam uses his scanner on his arm and Jake's to make sure they're both healthy, mentioning a mysterious virus. Suddenly another earthquake hits the area and makes them fall. It doesn't last long, and when it's done, Will says it was caused by the sacred snake moving underground. He also asks about the scanner, so Adam uses it on the boy's arm too and confirms there's no virus here. They're interrupted by Dove, who announces Sumuru wants to see Adam. He's taken to the Queen's room and he has to watch how she showers. When she's finished, Sumuru grabs Adam's gun and tests it on the ceiling. Pleased by the resulting explosion, Sumuru sends the guards out so she can chat with Adam privately. When he mentions Earth and the traveling colonists, Sumuru explains society in this planet started 914 years ago, which matches Adam's story. He then activates a hologram on his bracelet, which at first Sumuru thinks it's magic. For 50 years the colonists that came to Antares kept sending messages to other human colonies, but they lost contact after humanity went through a series of wars. 200 years were needed to rebuild civilization, and by then they had forgotten about Antares. Sumuru wonders why they came now, and Adam says they're here to help since the planet is unstable. The Queen explains they mine oil and gas and that may have caused all the trouble, but the locals turn to God for answers, and Taxon has been feeding that idea with the rituals. Taxon had originally been raised as the future queen since her family produced 4 royals, but the queen is elected by the people and Sumuru won, so Taxon is still bitter. Adam informs Sumuru that they need to evacuate the planet before it's too late, but Sumuru points out his spaceship is destroyed and that men only bring the curse of darkness. When Adam asks about Antares' men, Sumuru takes him to the mines, unaware Will is following them. To Adam's shock, all the men are kept as slaves because they have muscles and the women rule because of their brains. An angry Adam protests as he grabs Sumuru's arm, but she stays calm as she explains men brought death in the past. She also points out the women still mate with the men simply to make more babies and proceeds to kiss Adam while Taxon watches from afar. When Adam says this isn't peace, it's slavery, Sumuru starts throwing punches at him. The first few land, but soon he starts dodging and eventually he captures Sumuru. Dove strikes him from behind to save her queen, who orders the soldiers to lock Adam and Jake up. Seeing all this, Taxon orders her warriors to kill Sumuru's guards and kidnap the duo. As Sumuru's guards are taking Adam through the tunnels, Taxon's warriors approach them from the shadows. At that moment Will yells to warn the group about the ambush, but it's too late. Dove and the other guards are all quickly shot down with arrows. While Taxon's soldiers capture Adam, Will runs to his sister, who asks him to tell Sumuru what happened and then dies. Adam is taken to Taxon's room and she offers him to join forces against Sumuru. She shares that when the colonists arrived, God was angered by their terraforming and sent lightning that killed most of the men. Taxon believes in the god's magic and disapproves of Sumuru's interest in science since that's what caused